Hey folks, Dr. Starr, Silver Spring Medical Center. Thanks for joining. Had a very interesting week so far, and it's only Tuesday. Had a lot of weight loss consults this week, and a lot of really good questions and points that were raised. So I'd like to try to take what I experience in a consult room with patients with regards to weight loss and translate it into a lot of videos and audio clips and information, because there's always things to learn. There's always experiences. Patients always have really great questions, and many times through the consults we talk about the differences between knowing what's healthy food and what's not healthy food. And really there's two parts in weight loss, good sustained weight loss. The first part is something very simple that really almost any weight loss center or doctor's office or even some of the fad diets, the goal is to get you to lose weight. Okay, that is your goal, perhaps. That is what any person who's overweight, they want to look better in the mirror, they want to feel better, they want to be lighter on the scale, and that is the goal. Okay, the truth of the matter is it's not really the goal, because it doesn't matter how much weight you take off, it only matters what you keep off. It's kind of the same way as far as it doesn't make a difference how much money you make, it's how much you keep in the end, how much stays in your pocket. So the concept is not really that difficult to lose weight. I know you're probably rolling your eyes. Yeah, that's really nice from a nice, tall, skinny doctor like yourself. But the truth is, I wasn't skinny. 4 years ago, I was pretty much in the overweight category and pushing on obese. All right, I'm 6'2", and I was pushing about 220 pounds. I may look and appear like I was thinner, but the truth is, I was about 30, 40 pounds over my ideal weight. So I know very much what I'm talking about, because I have literally been there and done that. But the difficult part is not taking off the weight. We have tools and tricks and ways for you to get down to your ideal weight. The difficult part is keeping it off. And the difficult part is, how do I sustain this for a long term? Not for 2 months or 2 years, but decades. Okay, that's what you want. You don't want to have to look back and go, oh, I went back and forth and I yo-yoed. That's not what you want. You want to make sure that you take off the weight and then you keep off the weight. All right. So the concept is more of, that's really great. You go over different ideas of what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat, and it's about an educational process. You have to be able to stand your ground in the kitchen, in the grocery store, in the restaurant, at friends and families, out to dinner, at barbecues. You're going to be living, so you have to be able to make good food choices. Ultimately, you will be successful based on how well you know what you're putting into your body. Not just the number of calories, but also what is it made of? Is it mostly carbohydrates? Is it mostly fat? Is it some protein? You need to get used to knowing, like when you, for example, you look at a fruit, nearly all fruits, with the exception of several kinds, avocado, jackfruit, there's a bunch of different kinds that are fairly high in fat. Durian is very high in fat, but that's the exception to the norm. Most fruits are less than 10% fat, usually less than 5 or 6% fat. So very, very low fat foods. The same thing with vegetables, also very, very low fat. There is fat, okay? People say, there's fat in fruits and vegetables. I say, well, yeah, where do you think they make olive oil from? Corn oil, soybean oil, peanut oil. These are all plants, okay? They're all plant-based. So there is fat in them, but a very, very small amount, which is the amount that you're supposed to eat. Small amount, not a lot. And unfortunately, the American diet is fairly heavy in fats. Very, very high calories. High percentage of calories come from fats in the American diet. So when you look at fruits and vegetables, you look at grains, those are all by definition low-fat fruits. That's what we're supposed to be eating. All right. All of the other high-fat foods, I don't care what they are, and it's not because of environmental or religious purely it's what are we designed to eat. So that's a big question that we get is, okay, what do I eat? So then that's a great question, because the truth of the matter is the only species on the planet that are confused about what we're really supposed to eat, what's our natural foods, are humans. Every other animal pretty much has a good idea of what they're supposed to eat, and they eat it and they stay healthy. And just by the way, the only species on the planet that are overweight, or have weight issues, obesity, carry extra 10, 20, 30, 100 pounds. Yep, humans. They're the only species on the planet, with the exception of two: domesticated dogs and cats. And the reason why they tend to be overweight is because they live with the humans, and we feed them. And God only knows we don't feed them what they're supposed to be eating either, so we have fat cats and fat dogs. Okay, don't believe me. Go to any veterinarian office, ask the doctor. They have obesity issues also. But in nature, there's no such thing as being overweight. Most animals know what they're supposed to eat. They know how much to eat, and they fill up on the foods that are designed for themselves. So that really raises another question: is what foods should we be eating? What is the normal food? Doc, what should I eat? What should I be eating? And that question we're going to answer next time.